Welcome to Tran Plays, the Invincible Demo. The fragment I'm about to play is not the beginning, but takes place later in the game. The main protagonists have already been through quite a lot. However, they don't want to spoil the experience of the entire game by explaining too much. So on the next page, there's just a brief introduction to a scene that's taking place. Please keep two things in mind. First, getting to know this fragment of gameplay may affect our reception of earlier parts of the game. Second, remember that the current state of the game is not a final product. We're still working very hard to improve its quality and performance. And now, Yasna has found information on a convoy sent from the field base of the Alliance, a hostile faction in a space race across the galaxy. Nevertheless, she desperately needs to find other people, even if they are political enemies. Yasna crosses the excavation area and heads towards the ravine, following the convoy. She's getting closer, so needs to prepare for meeting the Alliance by conferring with her astrogator. He's the commander of their unit. From early in the game, he supported Yasna's actions from aboard a spaceship orbiting the planet where the entire story takes place, Regis III. Whoa, okay. Yeah, it's a bit choppy. Let's go ahead and go to options, and wow, there's even the mouse has some significant lag. Okay. One of the things I have trouble with games is when they do have sound balancing stuff here, if there's no actual sound to go with it, such as the music, voiceover, or even sound effects, you have no idea what the level is, whether or not it's good for you. Even in graphics, now it started as epic, and I was fairly sure my computer could not handle it, but it started as epic, so I was like, okay, we'll just leave it. Typically, for my computer, we need to go to low. Things uploaded to YouTube anyways gets what you call compressed or something, so it looks pretty bad comparatively. Alright, there's a lot less lag. I can move around some. Plan your route to the convoy. Okay, so I assume I click on this.
The road ahead leads straight to where the convoy was heading.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Any doubts?
No, I don't. I still think we have to go there. If they're not in the base, they must be somewhere, damn it.
So, what's on your mind?
I can just drive in there, straight to the convoy. Or try and take a side path, to remain unnoticed until the very last moment.
Bold assumption. Could be an unnecessary detour. I leave that to your judgment, though. It's your call, Yasna.
Actually, I don't think it will make much difference. I'm heading straight to the convoy.
That was a bit of an awkward way to select things. I had to hold spacebar, I guess, before time ran out, then use mouse wheel up or down to select the option. I guess they probably want you to do a lot of talking while you're playing the game. Let's see if... No, I can't jump down that? Alright. Of course, the game also featured head bobbing, and that along with bloom and motion blur are all things I always immediately turn off. I personally don't know any gamers that like any of those features, but I'm sure that there must be someone who does, because it's always an option. By the way, this is me driving and not a cutscene drive.
I'm nearing the destination. From now on, I'll be on foot.
Good. It's better to approach with caution.
Actually, I don't have a choice. The road is blocked. Seems like a sidewall collapse.
How typical of the Alliance.
You have to start by using mouse wheel down even just to get to the top button. And then release spacebar, not left click.
The radiation level is rising rapidly.
Yasna, be careful of radiation, of other people. Just watch yourself.
Considering the radioactive environment, I assume the probability of finding people here is close to zero.
It might well indicate something quite the opposite. Human technology equals radiation, after all.
One of their vehicles got stuck in the rubble.
Oh, so you've already reached the convoy?
It's only this vehicle so far. I'm looking for the rest. And there's another mobile antimatter cannon.
Another one? How many of those did they... Is it active?
Dead, fortunately.
I admire your composure.
Well, I've had my fair share of anxiety lately. No wonder my brain's in defense mode now. Dissociation is something we all do. Hang on, someone's here.
It automatically closed my tablet and gave me this little radar thing.
Oh no. Astrogator. They're dead.
So you found someone.
I didn't let that thought get to me. Didn't want to. Finding them was my priority. It could have been just another abandoned place, not this.
What exactly happened to them?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not even sure what they were doing here. Oh, another hole. Great. I'm not sure if it's safe to go in there. Last time it turned out to be quite hazardous.
True. Maybe take a look around first.
Nah. Yeah, it's not letting me in. Never mind. I really hate slow walking in games. I am holding shift, by the way, so this is as fast as I can go. I even looked at you earlier.
Okay. I'm getting into the antimat's recorder.
Yeah, to hold left click. Awkward, but alright. I'm worried to hit left click on stuff, because then I'll probably cut out the dialogue on top of other dialogue.
What do we have here? They were preparing for departure. The convoy's heading somewhere. They're getting close to where I am now. They're here. Sending a probe. Oh, they're tunneling their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle. Can you locate the breach?
Apparently I don't get that dialogue option because I must have gone forward.
Looks like they found whatever they were looking for in that ominous tunnel. Of course.
Don't jump to conclusions, Doctor. Not before you finish. You need to know what...
Shame. The transport's leaving. Those containers ended up in one of the transporters. I wonder if it's still nearby.
But yeah, you see what I mean? Like, I just accidentally interrupted when he said something about be cautious, and I thought the caption looked like he was done, so I clicked. And then he was in the middle of his next line as my character was flipping through to the next tablet. It's like, come on, game.
Something's going on. One man's trying to draw the attention of the others to... I have no idea what's beyond the frame. One of them is staring with concern at an instrument. Some sort of meter. The photo is such poor quality. You can clearly see the fear on his face. Next slide. People rushing out of the tunnel, running from whatever's in there.
But are we still considering whether we should go inside? I admit it's all very intriguing, but also too risky. What I'm trying to say is, I fear for your safety, Yasna.
One of the antimats has fired straight into the tunnel.
And? What happened next?
There's nothing else. Only... darkness.
Can't you see what it was aiming for?
The machine's objective has changed. There's a bunch of unidentified targets. It has trouble recognizing any of the 9,999 objects. The counter reached its limit, I guess.
Sounds like a major fault in the circuitry. Combine that with tremendous firepower and it means big trouble.
Panic. Everyone's trying to escape. Astrogator. The Antimat's new objective is to eliminate, instead of protecting.
What happens next?
There's also a second Antimat. It's shooting into the air.
Unbelievable. Both were faulty.
The second Antimat. That's what destroyed it. People are frozen with fear. They don't know what to do. It's firing directly at the crew. Shooting them. One by one. It's horrifying what an antimatter beam does to the human body.
Sorry you have to see this, Yasna. Regis III doesn't spare you.
Damn this mission. I curse whoever sent us here to play some half-assed spy game. Someone hid behind a rock.
How do you know?
This antimat has thermal imagery. Hiding from it made no difference. One man has raised his hands in surrender. If only a machine could take pity on him.
With a proper programming, it could recognize such gestures, but it could never feel compassion. No.
It killed him. The machine just killed him. Oh, fuck.
Yasna?
The last photo is from a few moments ago. I'm on it.
Bloody hell. So it's not dead after all. The machine that massacred the Alliance is still operational. And it could target you at any moment.
Let's hope not.
Perhaps it's best to hope. While moving away. If that's all...
What about that tunnel?
Right.
I'm not hearing you object, sir.
Go ahead, Yasna. I know you'll do it anyway.
I can hear a rhythmic, metallic sound coming from beyond the tunnel.
Something's still active. Take your time, Yasna. Keep rushing.
I can't hear. I don't understand you, sir. The audio's breaking up.
It's not unexpected. You are in a perfect room.
I'll get back to you once I reach the end.
Understood.
It's an Arctan. Coming at me. Huh.
Yasna, can you hear me? Over.
Copy that. I don't feel too... My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Breathe, Yasna. You need to rest.
No. I'm better now. Seems like this robot started a task and then got stuck in a loop.
What task?
Carrying boxes. It took one but never left.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles, using the same path. There's nothing here I haven't seen before. Just a lot of metal bushes. Same as the ones near our camp. Well, the lower parts of the bushes are, let's put it, fruitless.
So the Alliance came to pick the fruit.
Oh, another body. No, this body's different. There's no visible injuries.
And what is the cause of death?
I don't know. It could be anything. Sepsis, internal bleeding, organ failure. Oh, I won't examine him now. My head is killing me. I think their crew took some soil samples. There's this chipped rock, revealing what lies beneath the surface.
Which is more metal?
Yes, a metal interior. Roots are exposed as well. They're not embedded in any rock, but in a tissue-like alloy.
Bushes.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
So, all the bushes in this area, and there are plenty of them as I understand, appear to grow on the rock, but deep down their roots are embedded in metal. Perhaps we should take a closer look at the doctor. Can you please check them, Yasna?
Do you have anything specific in mind?
Doctor, if it's all metal,
Then I'll use a detector. Right. I'm checking. Give me a sec.
perfect.
Everything matches. There's metal all around. And the bushes have a direct connection with the whole system.
Interesting.
To the structures I saw following Gorski. Yes. Huh. Well, perhaps it looks like 2 generations. One, old, dead, a relic. Second, these bushes grew in the remains of the former generation.
Hang on. Are you saying that this new generation is alive? And the old one used to be alive?
We can't rule it out.
And you say that as a biologist? I haven't heard you mention cells, membranes, organs, or green bodies, which leads me to one conclusion. That thing is not alive, Doctor.
Well, we used to calling all life proteinaceous, especially ourselves. But that's on Earth. The universe doesn't give a damn about our classifications.
Yasna, are you abandoning your profession? What you have learned, discovered, researched so far?
I'm just opening up to the unknown.
I could do without all the panting. Games seem to love doing that. At least they turn off the panting for her to have her dialogue, but still.
The box is filled with containers, which I'm pretty sure are filled with research material. Those fruits.
Could you retrieve them somehow?
It won't be easy to snatch a crate from its steel grip.
I don't see how I could tell it.
Shit! I can't handle it anymore.
I don't see how I could tell it's full of containers when I'm looking at the scanner, because it looks just like a green block. Well, as soon as the game lets me move, sure. Tapping spacebar, clicking.
The robot disappeared.
You must have broken its loop.
I didn't.
You must have done so. Never mind. We'll try to locate it. But first of all, get out of there now.
I found the robot. It hasn't gone far.
Good. Please follow it.
Does it get blasted by the antimatter weapon here?
Oh, fuck. Fuck, it's getting up. Oh,
The robot.
no, the antimat.
You need to act fast. Move, Yasna. Fast.
No. It will kill me.
Yasna? Are you alive?
Yes. It destroyed the robot.
What's it doing now?
Oh, no. Take care of our people, Novik. Do you hear? Find them the best medics.
Yasna, what do you...
Tell Kovalai. I tried.
No. Don't die on me now. I'm begging you. Don't give up. You can't... You can't... Failed you. Sorry. So fucking sorry. It's all my fault. You hear me? All mine. It was my decision. I decided to accept it. I brought us here. This goddamn planet.
What?
Yasna, you're alive.
If you could reject it, why didn't you?
After a series of successful missions, are you safe now?
Safe enough. Please continue, sir. I'm all ears.
You will agree that we were doing very well. Outstanding results.
That's how it ought to end. Well.
Yes, I fully agree, but then it seemed this could have been the crowning achievement of the entire expedition. Just imagine...
You could have at least asked us.
I did wrong. I know that now. I will never forgive myself for it. Neither do I expect you to.
Marit? She can no longer forgive you. Same goes for the others.
I'm fully aware. All of it weighs heavily on my mind. Believe me, Doctor. So, what do we do now? Will you finally let me send Hopper for you?
I can't just fly away. Now more than ever. I won't rest until I find out what happened to our people and what we can do to aid them. For now, you can forget about the research material. The only thing left of the Arctan is its feet.
Considering all the factors, I would assume everyone in the convoy is dead. If there's anything more to learn, it's from the recording devices. The first anti-map told us a lot. The second one is destroyed. You spoke about the probe. Should be a valuable source of information. And the rovers. Are they on the convoy list?
Just one.
It's worth checking then.
Huh. That wasn't difficult. It's right there.
Okay, so this one I actually have to...
Why even bother with security measures when they just leave keys in locks anyway?
Extremely unreasonable of them. But it's nothing to complain about, is it?
So yeah, the other things you open, you click and hold. In this case, you click and turn your mouse. I mean, I understand that it's just inconsistent during this demo.
So, let's hear it.
Hello, base. This is Antka. Hello, Antka. Tesla here. I can hear you. Reporting. 25th day of the mission, 7:15 a.m. We arrived.
I saw it on the slides.
We encountered a terrain obstacle, but it has been removed.
You can skip ahead if you would.
We've established permanent access to the extraction site, separated the material for research. Now we're securing the first transport. Dr. Boza and Osterhaus have already begun their preliminary research here on site. Gotcha. I'm passing it on. Let us know if there are any updates. Of course. Over and out.
There's more.
Base, come in. Dr. Boza wants to talk with you. Tesla here. Over. We have a sort of discovery.
Oh? I'm listening.
25th day. Base, this is Boza. Doctor, these tiny crystals contain highly advanced technology. Individually, they are slender and helpless. However, when in a group, they seem to stimulate and support each other, revealing new properties. At first, they started to emit an electromagnetic field.
Okay. And then?
A handful of small crystals gathered together. When in a larger group, they activated and... this is our biggest revelation so far. They started floating in the air.
Did I hear that right?
The larger the group, the easier, more freely.
Yes. Apparently it's flying.
Like a swarm of mechanical flies. Slow down, Doctor. You say crystals, or rather flies. Which one is it? Call it whatever you want. These creatures have a precise threefold symmetry, resembling the letter Y, with three-pointed arms connecting in a central bulge. Black as coal in direct light, shimmering with shades of blue and olive in reflected light. As my colleague Osterhaus mentioned, they somewhat resemble the abdomens of certain terrestrial insects. Is Markovnik there? Navigator's unavailable right now. Well, please let him know we'll submit our reports as soon as he's available. Oh, and have him send us another transporter, will you?
Autonomous robots the size of flies.
It's not finished. Let's keep listening.
Hello, convoy. Anka, come in. Are you there? Yes, I'm here. We're finishing loading. Preparing to depart. Don't!
Gets tense.
Leave the material behind and return to the base. But why? What happened? Scouts came back from this whole city. Tesla? What's going on? Hello? Tesla, come in. Navigator speaking. Don't take anything. Just get out of there. Immediately. That's an order.
Last saved recording.
Amazing. Microbots grouping and flying together, similar to flies, capable of affecting other machines. even to the point that those affected become dangerous to humans.
The microbots, they must be dangerous as well. I don't know how, but not all people were killed by larger robots.
I think I've figured it out, partially at least. The Alliance scientists were very clear that all of this had to do with an electromagnetic field, the field emitted by these flies. When people displayed disturbing symptoms, field measurements showed above average values. At first I thought it was a sensoric malfunction, after all the machines were broken. It turns out that field damaged them. So all the malfunctions occurred afterward.
Why didn't I think of it sooner? Prolonged exposure to strong electromagnetic fields can be harmful to the human brain. Usually it concerns long-term effects, months and years of unfavorable conditions.
Please elaborate, Doctor. What sort of effects?
Various brain dysfunctions. It may even lead to the arrest of vital organs.
So that's how... Merit.
Most probably. Another known effect of the EM field is memory loss. The human organism continues to function normally, but the human being such is helpless, vulnerable. Like a baby, they don't understand the world around them.
Can such a person learn the world anew?
It's unprecedented. All we can do now is believe that they will eventually snap out of it. And when they do, hope they won't be used as guinea pigs.
We both know this is going to be difficult.
Yes. And I don't even know if I'll survive this mission. Will I see them again? Will they develop properly? Even if it all works out, we will be strangers. They won't remember us. All that's left is hope. God damn it.
Perhaps researching those flies will help us to better aid our people. We're theorizing for now. Be worth examining. Confirm at least.
Got it, Astrogator. I'll search for those containers of flies. I've located one of the transporters, sir. Please don't celebrate yet, though. Something strange has happened to it.
Get to the point, please. What's wrong with it?
The outer shell is damaged. There are holes everywhere.
Like, from bullets?
No, it looks like it's been corroded by strong acid.
Before we do that, of course, we'll finish checking this out first.
Bushes already protrude from the holes.
I don't get it. Those bushes again. And here I thought it was all coming together.
It is quite perplexing. True. The door to the cargo bay has budged a little, but it won't open fully. It's too awkward to squeeze in. The whole vehicle is just stuffed with bushes.
But can you see past them?
Not quite yet. Now! I can see broken containers. No sign of the flies.
Just plenty of bushes.
You have some theory, sir?
Everything that comes to my mind seems absurd.
You Go ahead, sir. As I see it, no idea is too absurd right now.
I haven't quite thought it through. Not yet. Maybe after I listen to your assessment.
Well, look, I think it might work like this. The bushes and flies have a symbiotic relationship. I even consider that the flies are part of the bushes. Just like the fruits. If the flies can fly, they behave more like insects, and the bushes like plants.
I see we're getting back to biological analogies. According to your profession, do I correctly conclude that you are confident that this can be a life form?
Given the age of the oldest forms and the evidence of continued activity, differentiation, a particular drive towards miniaturization, improvement, and lethal effectiveness, I dare say that we are dealing with an evolution here. Far longer than that of human. Also very different. And dead.
Necroevolution. Mortuus evolutionis. I still don't understand where this change is coming from.
What if I said that the flies and bushes are the same thing, but in different forms? When they need to move, they develop moving parts, the flies. When they need to multiply, expand their volume, they settle on the metal substrate, form bushes, absorb raw material, and they are again ready to transform and relocate to a new source, and so on and so forth.
Well, I can tell you it's the most sophisticated form of being I've ever heard of, with all the skepticism that comes with it.
I feel like there's a lot of world building in this, but there's not a lot of game. At least to me. I don't know. I'm sure that some people will think I'm shallow that way, I suppose.
There are powerful emitters in the center. Similar to those on energobots.
Emitters only? Do they look like they're buried in the ground?
Yeah.
Then you're looking at the top of the energobot. Well, look carefully. Energobots can bury themselves in such a way that only the emitters protrude from the surface.
Ah, got it. The force field melted adjacent rocks.
They had to run the generator on full power. They were defending themselves after all.
From the swarm of flies, I presume.
We don't know how large it was. They didn't capitulate. That's a good sign.
Well, I don't know that. So far, I can only confirm that the field has not dissipated. Yet. The second transporter is under a force field. It's hovering above the ground.
So it is operational. Probably also in better shape than the other one.
It certainly looks better.
The cargo may be intact then.
I know how to get inside. Under this field.
Will you dig a tunnel?
I won't have to. There's already an entrance. I just need to get to it.
That's probably where that other tunnel goes.
Astrogator, I found their probe. Looks like it hid from the flies. Or just ended up here by pure luck.
Luck in deed. Its registry could be valuable, especially if it managed to photograph everything from a greater distance.
Come here, little probie. Oh, that didn't work. It flew away.
Is it scared of you too?
I'd rather say that my lack of authorization is more of a problem than me being scary. I won't be able to bring the probe down unless I find a working controller. I got inside the field. Do you copy, sir?
Of course. The force field doesn't block radio waves. I suggest the following. If this transporter is actually running, it doesn't make any sense to take out the containers and carry them with you. You're going to take the whole transport. You'll have the flies in large numbers, and a powerful means of transport that can fly over terrain inaccessible to the rover. But before you leave, you need to take down the force field. But first, the Energobot, turning off the force field, then transporter, departure. All clear?
All good and clear as the sky is blue. Just waiting for things to go sideways.
Is the probe still with you?
Yep, it's here.
Body up ahead. Before we interact with the Energobot or whatever it's called, let's see if we can board this transporter. Take a look inside. Apparently not. I don't even get to write down the name of the transporter or anything. I don't know. Maybe I already did that when I first arrived and looked at it. You took your shoes off?
Just as I thought. The equipment's still active, but everyone here's dead.
Well, you didn't even check the transporter. How can you say everyone here is dead?
The field is no longer a problem.
Meaning?
Disabled.
Perfect. All that's left is to get the flies out of there.
Send shivers down your spine.
I know it's hard getting used to the sight of corpses.
It's more than that. I'm starting to understand the suffering they felt in their final moments. They were left to fend for themselves, yet unable to do so. This one man, he even ate parts of his suit, trying to survive.
Enki? That was the dude on the radio. Where's the photographic droid thing? I assume I still don't have clearance.
I'm climbing onto the hovering transporter.
Before you leave, though, please check that the cargo is intact.
Oh, we really should have checked before turning off the force field, because let's say that this is the whole reason the antimatter robot is killing everybody, is to keep you from taking all the things away.
good. I hope. Will this really help our people, Astrogator?
It will, I'm sure. So, what? Off we go? Yasna, what are you wondering about?
What if we're making a mistake? Maybe I shouldn't take the flies off Regis. Maybe it's better to leave them alone. Here, where they belong.
What are you...
I just worry that we might spread this threat. And the tragedy of one planet becomes a tragedy of entire galaxies. Not to mention, all humanity.
Forgive me, Doctor, but that sounds a bit overdramatic. We can handle some mechanical flies. Humanity survived worse.
This one doesn't have a timer.
And you sound like a fool, sir. How can you be so sure? We were clueless just a moment ago. We've only just begun to understand what's going on. But you already know how to handle it.
Yasna, I promise you, we'll analyze everything thoroughly. Now we need to focus on getting you out of there. Can we at least agree on that?
Yes. First, though, I'd like to check the cargo.
Very well. Just hurry up.
Wow. I must admit, they look amazing.
Yasna, what have you done?
I'm watching them, nothing more. Don't worry, sir.
What? Some goddamn black hole has opened in the stratosphere. And you say not to worry. Just look outside, Doctor. See for yourself.
If you were wondering, sir, how large a group of these flies could be, I can tell you.
Yes, I know. I can see it from fucking orbit.
That was the Invincible demo. I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of more of a visual novel, walking simulator kind of deal, at least in that segment that they showed. There's some interesting components, and I understand that they don't want to spoil anything, so the fact that I have opinions on the amount of superficial world building is fairly meaningless at this point. And I say superficial because they talk about all this mysterious stuff, but never get down to anything about it. And of course, this is probably like chapter 2, chapter 3 of the game or something. So yeah, they're not going to reveal anything, and that makes sense. As a playable demo, I'd say it's okay. As a storyline, I mean, most of it has been neutered for us to take this one lens into and examine, and it doesn't really leave you with anything more than, say, the back cover of a science fiction novel that you pick up from a bookstore. But I am a very, very jaded player who's been in the business for longer than probably most of my viewers have been alive. Let me know how you feel. Maybe this is the kind of thing that people want to see more of. This is something like the 4th most played demo on Steam, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Thank you very much for watching Tran plays the Invincible Demo. I'll see you next time.